The jail informed me that the only housed felony, Michael Francisco, refused. Judge?
Yes, I heard you.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I was just trying to look at the case. All right, I can move it over till tomorrow morning then. That's what you're requesting I do, is that right?
Yes, Judge.
I will do that then. All right, the person that just sat down, can I have your name, please?
Judge, we need an interpreter, Spanish.
Okay, can I have his name?
Yes, good evening. Señor, ¿me da su nombre?
Joel Isaac Egarte Aguirre.
Joel Isaac Hegarty Aguirre.
Can anybody help me with the number on this one? Can the interpreter restate the last name for me, please?
Hegarty Aguirre.
Sí,
Thank you.
Joel Isaac.
Thank you to the interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Sir, you're here today charged with possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Señor, está usted aquí por posesión de drogas peligrosas y por posesión de adminículos de drogas.
Sí,
Yes.
Does the state have a recommendation in this case?
¿La fiscalía tiene recomendación en este caso? Pregunta el juez.
Judge, I'm sorry, what was the last name?
Y está preguntando el apellido, ¿cuál es?
Egarte Aguirre.
Agurte Aguilar, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing it.
Hegarty
Judge,
Aguirre.
the state recommends pretrial services release.
Does the state recommend steps in this case?
Y el fiscal recomienda la liberación a los servicios previos al juicio. El juez pregunta si la fiscalía también recomienda el programa de STEPS.
That's correct, Judge.
Thank you.
Dice que si el fiscal se recomienda el programa de STEPS.
Attorney for the defendant,
No objection to either, Judge.
and do you waive time for a timely preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Y
Sir,
pregunta si hay algo.
I'm going to release.
Si hay, oh. Johanna, may the interpreter continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Related. Thank you. Y le pregunta al juez a la abogada defensora si se opone, dice que no se opone, que si se renuncia al plazo legal para la audiencia preliminar y si se renuncia al plazo legal.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of October the 9th at 9 a.m.
Voy a dejarlo en libertad y le voy a dar una nueva fecha de corte para el 9 de octubre a las 9 de la mañana.
That is for what's called a step hearing.
Y eso es para la audiencia que se denomina el programa de STEPS.
That's a program where if you complete the program, your charge will be dismissed.
Ese es un programa tal que si usted completa exitosamente el programa, se desestiman sus cargos.
And then I'm going to set your next hearing for November the 17th at 1:30 p.m.
Y su próxima audiencia la voy a fijar para el 17 de noviembre a la 1:30 de la tarde.
And I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrar a la Oficina de Defensoría Pública para que lo represente.
With the condition that you're supervised by pretrial services.
Y con condición de que usted sea supervisado por los servicios previos al juicio.
And with standard release conditions.
Y que cumpla con las condiciones de liberación.
So, sir, you are being released. Make sure you make your next court date.
Señor, entonces usted se lo van a dejar en libertad. Asegúrese de asistir o presentarse a su próxima fecha de corte.
Está bien.
Thank you.
Very well.
Have a good night, sir.
Que tenga una feliz noche, señor.
Can the jail tell me if there's any other Spanish speakers tonight? Ma'am, can the jail tell me if there's any other Spanish speakers tonight?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the interpreter can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good evening. Interpreter will now disconnect.
Ma'am in the chair, can I have your name, please?
Costa Arzate,
Can you guys help me out? I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Ma'am, you're here today because you have warrants out of justice court for shoplifting and criminal trespass. On each of your 2 warrants from justice court, I'm going to appoint William Parvin to be your lawyer. I'm going to give you a new court date of tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm going to set your bond in those cases at $100. So your total bond on your justice court cases is $200. And you're going to have court tomorrow, and you're going to have Mr. Parvin to be your lawyer. Now let's go on. You have a number of warrants out of the city of Tucson as well. On those city of Tucson cases, I'm also going to set your bond at $100. And I'm going to set this matter for a video review on October the 15th at 1:30 p.m. with standard release conditions. In that matter, I'm appointing the city of Tucson public defender to represent you. So your total bond is $400. You will have court tomorrow and on the 15th of October. So good luck to you, ma'am.
Go out the door. Go back in the fireworks. Shane, appreciate it.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Shane Gemmerich.
All right, I'm Judge Hazel. Let me get your case up on the computer. You have a ticket from the Sarita Police Department for making false information to the police. I am going to release you. Let me give you that date. That date's going to be October the 28th at 8:30 in the morning in Sarita. You will need to appear at that time. Standard release conditions will apply, including to be law-abiding and make all future court hearings.
That's not an issue.
So you are being released. Make sure that you make your next court hearing. You'll get a copy of that date. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bill. Bill.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Cheryl Leon.
Okay, I'm Judge Hazel. You have some new charges out of South Tucson for disorderly conduct. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date in South Tucson on October the 14th at 10 a.m. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. You are being released. Your new court date in South Tucson is the 14th of October.
Okay,
Good luck to you, man.
thank you.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
It's Marcos Delgado.
Can somebody help me out with that? They'd like to jump on. Sir, I'm Judge Hazel. You have charges out of the city of Tucson for assault and disorderly conduct. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of November the 4th, 2025 at 1:30 PM in Tucson City Court. Standard release conditions will apply with additional conditions: no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. If you have property at that location, you can return with the police to get that property. But you are being released, and your new court date is November the 4th. Good luck to you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Richard Jones III.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct an initial appearance tonight.
And Your Honor, I'm here for Mr. Jones as well.
Your
We
name?
filed Michael Wilson, we filed a limited scope of appearance.
Okay, I don't have it, but I believe you. Anyway, my intention is to release him with standard release conditions, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. Counsel, do you want to say something in addition to that?
No, Your Honor, if you're releasing the MOR, that's what we're asking for.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of November the 4th at 1:30 PM with Judge Millian. You must appear at that time under those standard release conditions. Failure to appear will result in a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, counsel, for appearing.
Thank you, Your Honor, may be excused.
Yeah.
Robert.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Hello, Ray John Roberts.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you're charged with disorderly conduct in the city of Tucson. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of November the 4th with Judge Crenshaw in Tucson City Court. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. If you have property at that location, you can return with the police to get that property. You are being released. Your new court date is November the 4th, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Is Deming the one we moved over to, that I took care of, right? Deming? The one from Oro Valley that he wouldn't? I think that was it. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, so it's right there. Hi, can I have your name, please?
William Alexander Childs.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on two different things. You have a new charge out of the city of South Tucson. On that charge, I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 14th at 10 a.m. in South Tucson City Court. Standard release conditions, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. Let's go on. You also have a warrant out of the city of Tucson for theft. I am going to release you on that warrant, give you a new court date of November the 3rd in the city of Tucson at 2:30 p.m. So you are being released on all charges, but you must make your next court date or you'll get additional warrants. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, out the door.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
And
Can I have your name, please?
no,
Counsel, can you tell me who's sitting next to you, please?
I told the judge that.
You'll have to.
Judge, this is Henry Molina.
All right, thank you. Mr. Molina, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to see you. You have a charge of criminal damage. I am going to release you and give you a new court date of October the 13th at 10:30 a.m. in Justice Court in downtown Tucson. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Sir, you are being released. Good luck to you, sir.
One.
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Tyler Nathaniel Moore, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning or good afternoon. I'm Judge Hazel. You're here.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're here today on charges of wrong way driving, aggravated DUI, criminal damage, endangerment, aggravated assault, arson of an occupied structure, criminal damage, and endangerment. You have two different income complaints. Does the state have a recommendation in these matters?
Yes, Your Honor. As to the case that was from the 21st of September, the state's recommending a $50,000 bond. That's the DUI matter, and the state's concern, given the statements in the interim complaint about potential intent for driving the wrong way. And then as for the September 25th case, the state's recommending a bond of $100,000, given the nature of that offense and in conjunction with the overall two offenses and the harm that they pose to the community.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we'd be asking for much lower bonds on both of those incident dates. He does have verified employment. His mom can help him get to court. He's only scoring a 2 on both of these scales. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag, no felony priors, 0 violent misdemeanors, and no DUIs. He is in these, based on the interim complaints, there looks to be maybe some mental health concerns. So for all those reasons, and he is a level 1 on the pretrial services matrix, we're asking for 20,000 on each to run concurrent.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to make the following rulings. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing, both cases, on October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't go to the scene of the crimes. I am going to set the bond in each case in the amount of $25,000 cash secured, pretrial if bond is posted. So, sir, your total bond will be in the amount of $50,000. If you post that bond, you will be released, but you must appear in court with the release conditions that I have stated to you. Failure to appear could result in a warrant for your arrest. Again, your next court date is going to be October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court for preliminary hearing. And again, I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you on all proceedings. So good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a good evening.
So,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Jason Michael here.
Could you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Jason Michael here.
Can you guys help me out with that one?
I believe it's number 15.
Okay, thank you. I have no idea. That's like to make me look confused. Sir, you're here today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, and aggravated shoplifting. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter? I'm sorry, counsel, I didn't hear you.
Sorry, Judge. The state recommends a bond of $5,000, given the criminal history in this case.
Attorney for the defendant?
Judge, we'd be asking for a lower bond than that. These are considered nonviolent offenses. I don't have any verified employment at this time. It looks like there are no violent priors, no active NBCA flags, so we're asking for no more than a $2,000 bond.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take the following actions in this case. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Legal Defender to represent the defendant. I'm going to set a preliminary hearing on October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. I'm going to set a cash secured bond in the amount of $2,000. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime, no alcohol, no firearms, and no contact with any victims. Sir, your bond has been set in the amount of $2,000. Your new court date is the 13th of October, which is a week from next Monday. Good luck to you, sir.
So,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Braden Brown.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance tonight. Let me get your file and we will talk about it, okay?
Yes, sir.
You're here today first because you have a new felony charge of organized retail theft. You have a warrant out of Justice Court, and then it looks like you also have a warrant out of City Court. The state have a position on the felony matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $5,000 bond given the high scores to pretrial services and criminal history.
Attorney for the defendant?
Should we be asking for a lower bond than the 5,000? It looks like he is homeless and unemployed, but he doesn't have an active NVC flag. He also doesn't have any violent priors. So we'd be asking for no more than a $1,500 bond.
Thank you. I'm going to take the following actions in this matter. As it relates to the felony, I am going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent him in all further proceedings. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 cash secured, pretrial if posted. Standard release conditions with additional conditions of no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. Let's go on to his misdemeanor warrants now. Sir, you have a misdemeanor warrant out of Justice Court. What I'm going to do is set that matter for tomorrow. I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to appoint Gary Grinkowicz to be your lawyer with standard release conditions. So on your misdemeanor warrant out of Justice Court, I'm going to set your bond at $100. Lastly, let's go on to your Tucson City Court warrant next. You have a warrant for trespassing out of Tucson City Court. In that matter, I am going to appoint this Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to set your bond at $100 with standard release conditions. I'm going to set your matter for a video review on October the 10th at 1:45 p.m. with that lawyer. If you do post the bonds or are released, your next court date in Tucson will be November the 3rd. So good luck to you on all three cases, sir.
Steele. Come on. Bitch. Over here.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Jay Castillo.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drugs. You also have a warrant out of Justice Court and about 8 warrants out of Tucson City Court. Does the state have a position on the new felony matter?
Your Honor, the state is recommending a bond amount in this case, given what the court said regarding his warrants with 8 total. The state would recommend a warrant or a bond, on the felony matter if the court intends to hold him on the misdemeanors.
I am intending to hold him on the misdemeanors. He has 8 warrants out of the city of Tucson. Are you recommending steps in this case?
Correct, Judge.
Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we'd be asking for a very nominal bond given you're holding him on the misdemeanors.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take the following actions. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent him. I'm going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on the 13th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set a steps hearing on October the 9th at 9 a.m. I'm going to set his bond in the amount of $500 cash secured, pretrial if posted. And again, standard release conditions and the public defender being appointed to represent him. So a steps hearing is where if you complete the program, your charge will be dismissed. Okay, let's go on to your Justice Court warrant now. On your Justice Court warrant, it's a warrant for shoplifting. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $100 cash secured. I'm going to give you a new court date of tomorrow at 1 p.m. in justice court with standard release conditions. I am going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. I am going to appoint Mr. Parvin to be your lawyer, so you will have court tomorrow in justice court, and you will have a lawyer at that proceeding. Now let's go on to your your city court matters now. As I indicated, you have multiple warrants out of justice court or city court. On your city court warrants, I'm going to set your total bond in the amount of $500. I am going to set your matter for a video review on October the 10th with Judge Hale at 1:45 p.m. or at, yes, at 1:45 p.m. And I am appointing the Office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you on all your Tucson cases. Good luck to you, sir. Sir, can I have your name?
And Thomas Fitzpatrick.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today on felony charges of aggravated shoplifting. You also have about 8 warrants out of the city of Tucson. Does the state have a recommendation on this new felony charge?
And Judge, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out. Is this Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Judge, the state's recommendation is $5,000. Again, he's 6 out of 6 on both scales, as well as has a prior felony conviction.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we'd be asking for a lower bond than that. He is homeless and unemployed. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag, and it looks like that felony prior is from 2021. So we'd be asking for something lower than the $5,000.
All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Legal Defender to represent him in this matter. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 cash secured. Pretrial if posted, standard release conditions, including don't return to the scene of the crime, don't have any contact with any victims. So let's go on to your multiple Tucson City Court warrants now. In your Tucson City Court cases, I am going to appoint the Office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to set a total bond in the amount of $500 with standard release conditions. I'm going to set this matter for a video review on October the 10th with Judge Verena in Tucson City Court at 1:45 p.m. If you do post the bonds and are released, your next court date would be October the 23rd. But in all Tucson City Court cases, I have appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck to you, sir.
Tia. Perkins.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Yeah, Roy Perkins.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant out of Superior Court for failure to appear on charges of misconduct involving weapons, dangerous drug use, possession of drug paraphernalia, and you have a warrant out of Justice Court. Does the state have a recommendation on this felony warrant?
Your Honor, the state has no objection to pretrial services release.
Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we have no objection to pretrial release.
All right. right, sir, I'm going to release you through pretrial services. I'm going to set your arraignment at 1:30 p.m. on October the 9th, which is 1 week from today, in Superior Court in downtown Tucson. You must appear at that time, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Let's go on to your Tucson City case now. In your Tucson City Court case, I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 13th at, I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 13th at 8:30 in the morning in Tucson City Court, or I'm sorry, in Justice Court in downtown Tucson. Standard release conditions will apply in those cases. So you are being released, but you must appear at all future court hearings. Your dates will be the 9th and the 13th.
13. Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Judge, was it PD appointed on the felony?
Yes.
Smith.
Oh,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ronald Schmidt, are you the same person I faced in community court? Did
No.
you community court? Okay, a little similar.
What number is this one? Did I pass 17 over to somebody? Here it is. Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Smith, you're here today on charges of aggravated assault with a dangerous instrument, aggravated assault causing injury. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $10,000 bond given the nature of the offense, as well as the fact that the defendant has an NVCA flag.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant?
thank you, Judge. We are asking for a lower bond than that. He is homeless and unemployed. He's also 60 with no felony priors. And although there's a flag, he's a 3 on both of the scales. And he is a level 2 in terms of the pretrial services matrix. So we're asking for a much lower bond than the $10,000.
Bond at $5,000 cash secured pretrial if posted. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent him. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Sir, your next hearing is October the 13th. If you post the bond, you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll be transported to that hearing. Good luck to you, sir.
Jaeger.
Oh,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Yes. Jeffrey Robert Zager.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant out of the state of California with a $50,000 bond. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state does recommend the $50,000 bond that's listed due to the nature of the offense, the defendant's criminal history, as well as the lack of ties to the local area.
Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we'd be asking for something much lower than the 50,000. It looks like he's been on probation here in Arizona, and he actually just got off probation in May. So he does have some ties in that sense. He also has verified housing, employment, and support with his girlfriend. This is a 2019 case. It looks like it was just, the warrant was just issued from what I can remember. He's never been previously arrested on it, Judge, so we're asking you to give him a chance to go deal with this, and do a much lower bond than the 50.
All right, thank you. In this matter, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Legal Defender to represent the defendant. I am going to affirm the $50,000 bond out of the state of California. I'm going to set this for a fugitive hearing on October the 7th at 2:30 p.m. If bond is posted, standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Sir, you will have a new court date on next Tuesday, the 7th. That's an extradition hearing. You will be represented by the Office of the Legal Defender, and they will advise you on the next steps. Good luck to you, sir.
Absorber, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how do we have to switch over to Aho for these other two? I'm sorry? Okay, good. We have Aho on the line. Who do I have sitting in the chair there in Aho? I'm sorry.
Gerald Espinosa, Jr.
Can you state your name again slower for me, please?
Gerald Espinosa, Jr.
Okay, Mr. Espinoza, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of theft of means of transportation, third-degree burglary, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a narcotic drug. Does the state have a recommendation in Mr. Espinoza's case?
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $5,000 given the criminal history.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant?
Judge, we'd be asking for lower than that amount or consider release. It looks like he claims to have housing and employment. He does have priors, but the last one is from 2019 and none of his priors are violent. This is also a nonviolent offense. He's only a level 2 on the pretrial services matrix. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag, so we're asking you to give him a chance to show up and be released to pretrial services.
Thank you. I'm going to do the following. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on October the 13th. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent the defendant with standard release conditions. With additional conditions, no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. I am going to set the bond at $2,500 cash secured with pretrial if bond is posted. So your bond has been set in the amount of $2,500. If you post the bond, you will be released, but you must appear for your preliminary hearing. And again, I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you on this matter. Good luck to you, sir.
Steve.
Did they disappear? Are they up in? I don't see the picture anymore. Do you see it? Which one? Is it in final review? Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, I take your word that I was going to come back. Sir, can I have your name, please?
Nolan Ryan Manuel.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with theft of means of transportation, burglary, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a narcotic drug. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $7,500 given the criminal history.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we're asking for a lower bond than that. This is a nonviolent offense. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. I don't have any verified housing and employment, but it is listed in his booking sheet, so we'd be asking for less than the 7,500.
All right, thank you. I am going to appoint the Office of the Legal Defender to represent him in this matter. I'm going to set the preliminary hearing on October the 13th at 4 p.m. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 cash secured with standard release conditions. Those including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. Sir, your bond has been set in the amount of $5,000. If you post it, you will be released, but you must appear at your next hearing. If you don't post it, you'll be transported to your next hearing. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. That will be the legal defender. So good luck to you, sir. Is there anything further from the state tonight?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything further from the defense?
No, Judge.
Everybody have a good evening.
Too,
You as
thank you.
well, thank you.